Okay, we're recording. Just said no, he's just loud, maybe because he's in construction. That could be. He's probably just used to yelling. All right, you guys. So we're gonna do something a little bit different tonight. First, I've been getting a lot of you guys, which is totally fine, but I want to make sure that I'm answering everybody's questions. So I wanted to start off and see if anybody has questions about anything. So it can be about host to post, it can be about charting, it can be about how you figure out where to move customers, it can be about posting, it can be about how to grow your network. Like it can be anything at all. So you guys can either unmute and ask, or you can type it in the chat. But I really wanted to make sure that I address any questions that you guys have before we really get into our Zoom tonight. I hope someone's typing because nobody is unmuting. No one has a question? I'll give you guys like 1 minute.
Hey, Taryn.
Yes.
I don't know if maybe you want to address the importance of personal development and just continuing to make
that's the second half, girl.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Tonight is all about mindset and all that good stuff. But I want to thank you, Krista, but I want to make sure that I answer any questions that people have before I launch into that.
I don't know if you want to kind of go over with host to post and like just like pushing through on continuing to do it regardless if there's like comments and stuff happening, but not to get discouraged with it, because I know,
girlfriend, I said it's all about mindset tonight. I am covering all that good stuff. You're good. All right, guys, so I'm gonna assume that there's no questions. If you guys think of a question, it's not like questions are cut off for good, so just put it in the chat, but I will answer it after I'm kind of done with everything, because you guys know I get really distracted very easily, and then I lose my train of thought, and so I wanna make sure that I'm staying on track for you guys. So if you guys can, please, please, please turn your cameras on. It's so much better for me to talk and see faces rather than to see a bunch of black boxes, unless, like I always say, unless you're showering or something like that, please don't. But otherwise, I want to see your beautiful faces. So, okay, you guys, so tonight is all about, we're going to talk about mindset. We're going to talk about just, you know, getting in your own head, some of the struggles some of you guys are facing. So I know that a couple of you guys, Katrina, you can't see me. If you're on your phone, maybe try, or no, it looks like maybe you're on a computer because I can see you. I'm trying to think. There's you can now? Hold on 1 second. I know what the problem is. Hold on. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do, but can you see me now, Katrina? Can you see me now? Yes? Okay, perfect. Okay, so I know some of you guys reached out to me actually today saying that you needed a kick in the butt from me, and I purposely did not answer you because I planned on giving you guys all a kick in the butt tonight in a very loving way. So you guys, first off, let's just talk about the elephant in the room, host to post, right? Because that's always, I swear, that's what you guys always come to me complaining about, okay? So let's talk about host to post. Guys, there's going to be days where you are going to have so many posts up and nothing is going to happen. Then you're going to have other days where you get 5 up and they are just like off the chart, blowing up, crazy awesome. That's just how host to post works. That's why every day you should be trying to get 10 up, at least 10. And I would tell you guys, set a goal for more than 10. Tell yourself you want to get 12 up a day, because let's be honest, if you say 10, and I'm telling you from experience from what I did last month to this month, if you say 10 a day, you're not always going to get 10 a day up. Okay, if you say 10 a day, you'll probably fall short. Last month I did 15 a day. I did not hit 15 every day, but I got at least 10 up every day, okay? This month I was like, Tavia and I were like, hey, let's do 10 a day this month. And I can tell you that neither of us have gotten 10 every single day. There's been some days I've gotten more and some days I've gotten less. Right now I'm sitting at 4, okay? It doesn't mean I haven't been working it today. It's just not always falling into line like I want it to. Yesterday I got 14 up. So if you balance it out, you take that 4 from yesterday and throw it on today. You know, like for an average, I have 8 today and 10 yesterday. So I got to get more up, okay? Night's not over. I still plan on getting more up. I actually told Sean, I said, hey, when I get off my Zoom tonight, you're gonna have to take Ashton for a bit so that I can finish working on getting host to post up. So what I would say, you guys, is you're not always gonna hit that goal. So set a higher goal than what you realistically want. And if you hit that higher goal, that's amazing and fantastic and you had a great day. But otherwise, like I know from experience, I know how people work. You're probably, if you say you're going to get 10 up a day, you're probably going to have an average. Again, some days you will get 10 up, some days you will get 4 up. So you'll probably have an average of 6 to 7 a day, which is not bad. But think about, you guys, think about if you did 10 a day. Okay, let's say that you did 10 a day as your goal and you average 10 a day. So one day maybe you get 14 up and then the next day you get 8 up, then the next day you get 9, and then the next day you get 13, right? So it's like averages out to 10 a day, okay? So if you average 10 a day, by the end of the month, you have had 300 host to posts put out there. So what I think they were saying this morning on the seminar that you can expect 10 to 20% from that. So if you had 300 posts out, 300 host to posts out, you should have 30 to 60 new customers. 30 to 60 new customers, okay? I know that there are a lot of you on here who would kill to have 30 to 60 new customers every month. Get 10 host to posts up every day, you guys. Don't give up, okay? So I know that some of you guys feel like, well, I'm posting my giveaway post and nobody's commenting on it. Okay, I have a couple of questions for you. How often are you posting that giveaway post? If you're doing it every day, that's why nobody's commenting on it. It's not special, it's not exciting. It's the same thing every day. Oh, she's giving away money again. She's giving away money again. And I know that people should be excited that there's free money out there, but it's just like when they see it over and over and over, it loses its appeal and it's not as exciting. And so you're not going to get as many people to comment on it. Okay. So number one, I would not be posting it a whole lot. If you guys noticed yesterday, I posted about the giveaway and I did it differently. I said, we're giving away $1,000 cash. It didn't do so hot, you guys. I thought it was going to do better, but it didn't do so hot. So I'm going to make sure that I message everybody who commented on it tonight, and then I'm going to delete it because that's not one that I want to leave up because it didn't do very good. And then I'm going to repost one either tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to keep an eye tonight. By the time I'm done messaging those people, I'm going to see in Messenger how many people are still active and see if it's worth putting up tonight or waiting until tomorrow to do. So that's number one. Number two, are you posting the same type of thing every time for the giveaway? So are you doing, you got to change it up. Okay. So like my last one, I talked about the Louis Vuitton giveaway and I said, drop your favorite color. Okay. I am changing that up a little bit. I am not using drop your favorite color right now because some people are taking it as a race question, which is very silly to me. I'm just going to be honest. Okay. So say your favorite ice cream color, favorite ice cream flavor, or your favorite cereal, or favorite movie, or something like that. But I had a few people kind of go off on me and I was like, oh my gosh, I just meant in general. I did not mean. So I would probably change that. But, you know, so I did that last week. When I repost this week, like when I post again tomorrow or tonight, I'm going to do a, like a question for them to answer, right? Like you guys have seen, gosh, I mean, what's some of them? The shower curtain in or out, brownies, the centerpiece or the edge piece, the toilet paper, right? Which way is the right way to do the toilet paper? Kristen's got a great one right now with the candy bar. Which one would you eliminate if you had to get rid of one of these candy bars? You guys, sometimes I think you guys get caught up in, you know, like, oh, okay, well, Kristen's did good with the candy bar, so I have to go run with the candy bar one. Guys, people just want to answer your question. So a while back we were doing, would you rather have a personal chef or a maid? I guarantee you if you use that one again, we haven't used it for a while. Some of you should use it. It's probably going to take off. Okay. People just want to answer a question. So find something. You don't, it's great if you guys use the stuff that everybody else is using, but you can also do other stuff. You can go onto Pinterest and put like dream home into like, you know, search dream home, and you can go search dream home, pull like 2 or 3, 4 of those pictures, throw them in a collage, right? You can do PixArt, or I don't know what apps you guys have. I use PixArt when I'm doing collages. So you use PixArt, throw all 4 of them in a collage, give them 1, 2, 3, 4, or A, B, C, D, and then post that and say, if you could be gifted one house and not have to make a payment on it, which house would you want? Tell me for a chance to win $1,000, or tell me for a chance to win a Louis Vuitton, you know, something like that. Something to change it up. And then you can also do the ones like I did last night that it didn't do so hot for me, but it doesn't mean that they don't work well. I just might have posted it at the wrong time or worded it slightly different. But you know, there's times when I said, like the one I did last night, we're giving away $1,000. Drop your, I think I did say, tell me your favorite color for an entry, and then check your inbox for confirmation. Okay. All kinds of different things that you can do, but change it up. Don't be posting. If you posted something asking for their opinion last time, don't post something asking for their opinion this next time. You need to find something different. And when I say asking their opinion, I mean asking, which house would you pick? How does the toilet paper go? Which one of these 4 is your favorite flower? I mean, guys, there's so many. What season do you prefer? Like, there's so many different ones that you can do. But change it up. Don't be doing the same style of post for the giveaway every time. I'll tell you guys, the best one for me so far with the Louis Vuitton was when I posted the picture of the Louis Vuitton that's giveaway, no purchase necessary. And I said, we're giving away a Louis Vuitton. I don't remember what they had to do. They had to comment something. Guys, you can have them comment their favorite day of the week, right? I mean, like anything. You can literally have them comment your pet's name, comment your middle name, comment your birth month, comment your firstborn's name. Like, I try and watch asking that stuff because some people get all weird and like, oh, you're not actually doing a giveaway. You're trying to steal my security information so you can go hack into my bank account and steal all my stuff, right? Because a lot of those questions are like questions that are asked for when you're trying to reset a password on a bank account or something. So, but get creative with it, okay? So then the other thing that I would ask is, are you being a good friend? Are you interacting? I'm terrible at interacting. I am not a good friend. I really have to force myself to do it. I don't like interacting. Okay, I'm just being honest, and that's terrible for me to say, but I'm always very honest with you guys. I don't like interacting, okay? So I have to force myself to take time out every single day to interact. Otherwise, it won't get done. I love messaging. I love doing host to post. I love posting stuff. I love all of that. So I don't have to make myself do it. I just automatically do it. But sometimes if there's stuff that you don't like to do, you have to force yourself to do it. Set the time aside, maybe set a time or an alarm or something like that to make sure that you're getting it done. But if you're not interacting, your posts are not going to be seen by a whole lot of people. You're going to get the same group of people over and over. And there's lots of different ways to interact, you guys. You can just go through your feed and interact there. When I say interact, I don't mean just hitting the like button or a heart button or the little care button that they have right now. You need to be commenting. And you need to be commenting like 5 to 7 words. And I highly recommend asking a question in that comment. So like if I was new friends with Michelle, I would be like, oh my gosh, your little boy is so cute. Where did you get that walker from? Because he has the cutest little walker. Where'd you get that walker from? Okay, something like that. If I was, I don't know, like if I were to post a picture like this, right? Because I post pictures of me and Ashton outside, you could comment on mine and be like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful where you are. What part of California are you in? Something like that, right? Or where do you live, right? I did I think it was our VIP Zoom, and no, it was Diamonds and Above. I did a Diamonds and Above Zoom, and one of my friends that was on it messaged me while we were on it and was like, are you camping? Like they thought I was out camping because I was sitting outside like this. So, you can ask questions. Just ask questions about what you see in the picture. And guys, if you can't think of a question, if it's a girl, ask her where she got her shirt, right? We love to talk about, oh my gosh, we love to feel like our outfit is cute, right? So ask them where they got their shirt, okay? It's really easy. Obviously, you don't want to do it on every post because then all of a sudden, if they have multiple of the same friends, they're like, why is she asking this on every post, right? But just make sure that you're interacting. And like I said, you guys, you're going to have days. I'll tell you right now, I told Sean yesterday, I was super frustrated yesterday. I got 14 posts up and I feel like it was a poop day. It was not a good day. I had comments, but nobody wanted to purchase. Nobody was even close. You know, when you're talking to people and you can see like, okay, cool, they're excited. They might not have ordered today, but they're going to order tomorrow. Nobody was even close. Okay. Nobody was excited. Nobody was interested. And you know what it probably was? I put myself in a bad mood. So you think they were probably picking up on that? Because it took a long time for me to get those 14, you guys. Okay. I found 4 of them this morning, meaning they'd never said a word to me that they posted. So when I went back through this morning to see, double check and make sure if they had posted, I found 4 of them that had posted. So I had 10, but to get to that 10, I mean, I think I had like 3 up by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I had been working really, really hard on it. And so I got frustrated, and then I let that carry over. And that's where I tell you guys, look, like, it's normal. Okay. We all deal with it. But this business is 80% your mindset. And so if you let something like that get in your head and start messing with you, guess what? You're going to have a poop day just like I did yesterday. Okay. It's just going to happen. All right. So you really, really have to work on your mindset. And guys, I did all the things yesterday. I did my personal development. I did my gratitudes. Like, I did everything I was supposed to do. And I still had my mindset messed up. I really, like, now that I sit here today and look back at it, I should have taken a break and gone and done some more personal development, gone and gotten my mind in the right place. Okay. Guarantee you, if I had taken 6 minutes to listen to Mark's video and envision what it is that I'm working for, pretty sure that I would have changed my mood around right away. But I was too stubborn and too prideful to go take care of that. Okay. So just don't be like me. If you can see that you're hitting, like, your mindset's getting jacked up, step away and go do something to fix your mindset. Okay. Because if your mindset gets messed up, it's like, why did I even do all of that yesterday? Didn't do anything. And I say that sarcastically because yes, there were posts that were put up yesterday. There were giveaway posts that have lots of comments on them. So now I have more people to go message about the giveaway, right? But I probably could have been way more productive yesterday and brought in new customers yesterday if I had gone and fixed my mindset before I continued to work on that. So with Host to Post, you guys, you just have to keep going. Okay. And there's going to be days, I'll tell you guys right now, last Friday, if you guys paid attention in our team chat, okay, I enrolled people left and right last Friday. But I've enrolled a couple here and there. I've enrolled 4 customers this week. I think I did 5 last Friday, all in one day. Okay. It's going to be hit and miss. You're going to have some days where you enroll a ton, and then you're going to have other days where it feels like, holy moly, nobody's enrolled. I'm in panic mode now because I haven't enrolled anybody for a while. Is this it? Did the well run dry? Am I done? My career's over with. It works. Nobody wants the products. Guys, again, it's mindset. Okay. If you are telling yourself nobody wants to buy, guess what? Nobody wants to buy. People, like, I swear, you guys, people can pick up on that vibe. Because when I am feeling good and I am like, heck yes, I could do this. I'm going to go enroll 25 people today. That's when everybody wants my products. That's when people come out of the woodwork. That's when people are messaging me on Instagram off of a picture of Ashton saying, hey, I want to try some of that coffee that I've seen you talk about before, right? Like, they messaged me off of nothing that has to do with the business, but because I'm in that right mindset, that's what comes to me. Okay. So you have to work on your mindset, you guys, and just know it's normal. It is normal to have dry spells. We always laugh and say like you'll do really well enrolling, and then you go through like that dry spell and it's like, oh my gosh, hit the panic button. Nothing's working. What's happening? And then all of a sudden you turn around and you enroll like 3 or 4 people all at once, right? And then you're like, oh, great. This is so great. It's all working again. And then that stays like that for a bit. And then you're going to go through another dry spell. Okay. It's like ebbs and flows with the business. And Krista and I were talking about this the other day. And I told her, I was like, it's so true. They always say it, but it's so true. The path to success is not like this, you guys. It goes like this, okay? You go up and back down and up and back down, but you do make progress up. It just isn't a straight shot up, okay? You go up, it drops down a bit, and then you shoot back up, and then you drop a bit, and it's just how it goes. And that's how it is with enrolling people. That's just how it is. But if you are saying, well, people aren't really commenting on my stuff and nothing's really working, and you're not actually putting the work in, you're not going to enroll anybody. You have to push through those hard times. You have to be willing to push through it and just keep going and know this is all going to pay off. Okay. And I will tell you guys, and that's why I've been loving when people are sharing in the chat how they're enrolling customers, because I think it was Kristen had someone that she talked to in 2019 that just enrolled, and Krista, I think, said for like 2 years she'd been talking to the person and they just enrolled. Okay, so trust me, the work that you're putting in now, sometimes you see that immediate payoff, but sometimes, guys, it can be a couple of weeks away, it can be a few months away, it can be a couple of years away. But I promise you, they're going to be that customer or that distributor for you when the time is right. Because I don't want to enroll a customer right now who's not going to use the products correctly and then is going to get mad at me and tell me that they didn't lose weight, maybe because they just weren't ready to start using products consistently and correctly, right? I would much rather that they enroll 3 months later when their schedule is different and they're able to keep themselves on the products. Does that make sense? So just know, you guys, and I mean, shoot, I've really had to put into practice lately. I've had 2 or 3 now, I think 3, like within the last couple days, that I've sent the shopping cart to, because they're just adamant that they don't want to give me their information. So I sent the shopping cart, and then they came back and said, actually, I decided I don't want to do this. I just had to say thank you. I just told them, no worries, if you change your mind, I'm always happy to help you. But you guys know I preach to you, say thank you, because that was not the right person for our business right now, okay? I would much rather that they say no right now and then don't cause issues for me than that they say yes, and then I'm dealing with an angry customer who's trying to cancel and they don't want the cancellation fee. And we've all dealt with that before, right? So I would much rather that they say no right now, or I don't want to do this, than to have them sign up and then be a pain in the butt customer, or the one that's messaging me constantly. Poor Kristen had a lady just like berating her to the point where I was like, Kristen, you send this message and then you block her, because like she's just out of control. This is so terrible the way that she's talking to you. Okay, so I would rather that the lady said no and I get to move on with my life, rather than deal with having somebody come later on and sending me nasty messages, because that's going to mess with my head, right? It's way easier to accept the no than to have somebody who comes later on and says all kinds of mean things. That's going to mess with my head more than just a no, right? And all these no's get us to a yes. So I know that was a lot on host to post and all of that, but you guys, I really, really want you to focus on making sure that you are just doing everything that you can to get those 10 up every day. Okay. And remember, guys, when you post your giveaway post, this is what I've been doing. And it has just absolutely changed everything for me to make sure that I constantly have people saying yes to posts for me. I took, I started this like 3 weeks ago, like right at the end of last month, when we were doing the Louis Vuitton giveaway. It was really hard because I really just wanted to sign customers, especially because we were right at the end of the month. And I knew that there was volume needed for all these different promotions. And I just wanted to pull in as much volume as I could. But I knew that if I ran with, I think my post had like 50 comments on it. If I gave all 50 of those people, first off, we know that they're not all going to post, right? 50 comment on it, probably, if I'm lucky, 20 will say yes. Okay. Like just saying, guys, it's a numbers game. Okay. So let's say that 20 said yes. If I give all 20 a TFX post, that's awesome for that day. But then what do I do the next day? If I've already messaged everybody, what the heck am I going to do? So I really had to have some self-control, not give them TFX. And I started giving every single person who said yes the giveaway post. Okay, everyone who said yes. I didn't care what their network looked like, because some surprised me. Some people had like 500 friends and 80 comments. And I was like, holy moly. So that is what has carried me, you guys. I am still, so what I do every day, my first 5 posts that I give people, that I make sure are put up, okay? Because I've been having a lot lately too, where people say yes, that they'll post. I send them the post, they don't post it. I message them that evening and say, hey, were you able to get that post up? I want to make sure I get you entered. And they read it and they don't say anything. Okay, I've had that happen a lot lately. So what I'm doing is I am making sure that until I get 5 posts up on someone's wall about my giveaway, I don't give anything else out. That is all I work on, is making sure that the first 5 posts that are put up for me are all giveaway posts. And then from there, you guys, I kind of gauge it, because like I think I had 2 today. One has like 2 comments on it and the other one doesn't have any comments. So I want 5 posts that are getting at least 10 comments, okay? And some of them one got like 33 and the other one's got 40, and it's still counting, okay? So now what does that mean? That means that I have 100 people to potentially talk to about hosting a post for me. I'm gonna tell you, they're not all gonna accept my friend request though, right? They're not all gonna accept my friend request. So if I have 100 people that I'm sending friend requests to, I would say probably half of them are going to accept it. So that's 50 people who accept my friend request, and probably half of that are going to post for me. So from all of those comments today, I will probably get 20 posts up, okay? And they're not all gonna go up in the same day, you guys. I'll tell you that right now. But if you make sure that you are giving your first 5 posts that get put up are about the giveaway, you will constantly have people to message. I'm still trying to catch up on a post from 4 days ago that got like 80 plus comments. Okay, I still have, and guys, that's the thing, that's what you want. You want to have so many posts out there with comments from people wanting to post for you, right? Wanting to get in on the giveaway, that you have days worth. Okay, I think I have 7 or 8 right now that like are great. They're going awesome. And I'm still working on sending out the friend requests so that I can message these people, because I don't want to send too many friend requests at once. I have not figured out what the number is so far, knock on wood. I have only gotten blocked once on Facebook, and I was blocked just for like overnight. And so I went to bed and I woke up the next day and I wasn't blocked anymore. So I'm trying to figure out what the number is, but I really try not to send more than like 35 an hour. So, you know, it takes a little bit longer than to get through when these posts have multiple comments on it, but that's fine. It gives me people to message all day long, right? There's constantly people that I'm messaging, asking them to post for me, which is great because I'm getting posts up at all different times of the day. So different audiences are seeing it. So that's my long spiel about host to post. But let's just talk mindset, period. Okay, you guys, you had all better be doing some personal development every day. You guys know we offer the devotional Zoom every single morning at 6 o'clock, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern, Monday through Friday every morning, okay? Saturday and Sunday, we're still working on getting the time. I think we're getting closer to having times locked in for it. The devotional lasts like 5 minutes, you guys. And then after that, we do the secret, the magic. And it always has an activity to do with it that helps you focus on gratitude through the day. And I swear by that book, you guys. I am such an advocate for that book. It has just helped me so much with my mindset just over the last few years. So hop on that with us, you guys. But that's not enough. I'll tell you guys right now, that's not enough, because I'll tell you, I know it's distracting. Okay. Maybe you don't like listening to somebody, right? You might not be an Audible learner. You might need to like read it yourself. And so the devotional is being read through Audible by the author, and then I'm reading The Secret, the Magic. Okay. So maybe you're not really grabbing onto a whole lot of it. You might need to actually pick up your own personal development book and read it. So make sure that you guys are doing things outside of just that. And so like today, when I showered, I listened to something else. Okay, it doesn't have to be that you set extra time aside for it. Just do it alongside of whatever you're doing. If I hadn't done that when I showered, I would listen to it while I was making dinner tonight. Okay, there are plenty of opportunities throughout the day where you have 15 to 30 minutes where you can listen to something. If you need to read, then I would say wake up 15 minutes earlier so that you can do 15 minutes worth of reading. Like if you need to physically read it and you can't listen to it and, pick up on it, there's nothing wrong with that. You just have to make sure that you're, that you're making that time to read. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, you had better be doing your 10 gratitudes a day. If you're not comfortable posting them in Dream Team, that's fine. It's not a requirement, but you had better be doing that for yourself every single day, because I can tell you, I haven't missed a day for a long, long time. But in the past, when I have missed a day, it's very obvious, to the point where my husband will call me out and say, did you do your gratitudes today? Okay, like it's obvious when I miss it. So don't miss it, you guys. It doesn't take that long. And why would you not do that if it's something that's going to benefit not just the business, you guys? It benefits your day overall. It helps put you in a better mindset for the whole entire day, okay? Not just the business. It makes me a nicer mom, a nicer wife. It makes me happier throughout the day. Like, just do it, you guys. It takes 5 minutes at the most to write 10 things that you're grateful for, okay? So you should be doing your gratitudes every single day. You guys should be doing affirmations, okay? And I know this is one I used to laugh at, and I was like, you people are crazy. You drank the Kool-Aid. Like, this is I'm not doing this, okay? I am too cool for this. But I'm telling you guys, affirmations are where it is at, okay? If you guys, if you have not done a lot of personal development, I would highly, highly recommend look into manifesting, okay? You can go to YouTube and type in manifesting, go to Google, type in manifesting, okay? Your affirmations are how you help manifest things that come to you, okay? So, you can do it a couple of ways, okay? Some people love to stand in front of the mirror and say it to themselves. There's a lot more power in that, I think. But even though you're by yourself, sometimes you feel silly doing it, okay? If it's uncomfortable, you should be doing it, because we all grow when we're out of our comfort zones, right? Like when you get out of your comfort zone, that is when magic happens. That is when amazing things happen. So if it makes you uncomfortable to stand in front of your mirror and look at yourself and tell yourself positive things about yourself or about your business, then you better be doing that every day. You better make some time every single morning to do that, okay? You can also write them down, and that way you can keep looking at them throughout the day and you can see what it is. And guys, it can be anything. It can be, I am strong, I am brave, I'm a top distributor enroller, I'm a top 150 income earner, I'm an amazing mom who's able to tell my kids yes, I'm a great mom who's able to set time aside every single day for my kids, I'm an awesome wife who always makes sure that my husband knows how loved and cared for he is. It can be whatever the heck you want. Like I wrote today, I'm credit card debt free, right? That's something I'm working towards right now. So of course I'm going to write that. There's all kinds of different things that you can do for your affirmations, but I promise you, and just saying it out loud, you guys, feels way better than writing it down, okay? It's great if you write it down. I'm not saying don't write it down, but I'm saying say it out loud, okay? That is going to help you so much. So that's, guys, you've got to be doing your personal development. And some of you guys are like, I don't have time for that. I get it. Okay. When I started this business, I was working 60 to 70 hours a week. I thought that people were crazy for doing all that kind of stuff. I don't have time to put 20 minutes to an hour into personal development every day. That's just plain silly. I don't have time to do that. Guess what? My business did not flourish until I started doing that. It took me a year to understand that concept. But once I got it, you guys, I went diamond and then double, now triple, and now we're on our way to Prez, okay? And I would not be here if I did not do personal development. I love you guys, but some of you guys, not you guys on here necessarily, I have had some people come through this business who are crazy, okay? I have had people who have, some of you guys on here have tested my patience. You guys have made me a better person, but I wouldn't be able to handle helping you and guiding you and coaching you if I didn't do my personal development. If I was not growing myself as a person, how am I going to help you grow yourself? How am I going to help you with your business? And you have to take on that same outlook. Even if you don't feel like you have a team right now, you're going to have a team, okay? The only way you won't have a team is if you quit, okay? That is the only way you won't have a team. That's the only way you're going to fail, is if you quit. If you stick with this, you will have a team and you will want to be able to help them. You're going to want to be able to have the answers for them. And so much of what I've helped a lot of you guys with, yes, there's been business, but there's a lot of it is personal. right? A lot of it is like mindset or things that you're going through in your personal life. And how do we deal with that? A lot of it is by doing personal development and in your mindset, you guys. So I cannot preach it enough how important your mindset is, how important personal development is, how important it is to make sure that you're doing those things, okay? So you're doing personal development, that's amazing. You're like starting your day off good. But let's just talk about, guys, we are our own worst enemies, right? We are our own worst enemies. We can self-sabotage in like 0.2 seconds. Okay, you can have an inbox full of people wanting products, but you can second guess whether or not you're going to get that promotion. And all of a sudden it feels like nobody wants the products, nobody wants to order, nobody wants anything. That is on you. If you are feeling that way, and when guys, I go through it too, okay? I am not criticizing anyone, all right? I am telling you because I go through this too, all right? I self-doubt, okay? I self-sabotage my own business. We are our own worst enemy. So if you're sitting there thinking, I don't know if I can accomplish this goal this month, that's on you. You are putting that on yourself. And if you're letting somebody else tell you, oh yeah, right, we'll see when that happens, because trust me, I've had that before too. But if you're listening to them, why are you listening to them? Why are you letting somebody place those doubts in your mind? It is not, it's not up to them. And if you let it be up to them, why are you giving them that power? You need to take control of your business. You need to take control of your goals. And you need to know that this is far more important than whatever someone else is going to say to you. It is far more important than what you're going to say to yourself. Because again, we're super critical on ourselves. We doubt ourselves all the time. Guys, you know how many times a day I ask myself if I'm a good mom? You know how today I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, geez, I spent an hour with Ashton in her room, okay? I was on my phone somewhat though, so then I felt bad. And I'm like, I'm a terrible mom. I can't believe I did that. And then I get in my head about what a bad mom I am. I'm not a bad mom, but that's what we do to ourselves, right? You place that seed of doubt in your mind and bam, it just grows. It gets crazy and out of control, like in no time. So you have to catch it when you're doing something like that, whether it's personally or in your business. If you're saying to yourself, nobody's buying the products, I don't know what's going on, stop, cut it out right there. That's where these affirmations come into play, okay? That's where you say, nobody purchased a product today yet, but I am going to enroll 7 customers today. I am going to be a top customer enroller this week, and I'm going to be recognized on the family call this week. I am going to, whatever your goal is, you guys, I'm going to enroll 250 BV today and finish out this box, right? Like you start telling yourself, I have products that everybody wants. My inbox is flooded with messages because everybody wants these products. And guys, I always remind myself when I start to kind of doubt things or feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know what the number is. I have to go look it up, but there are like millions, possibly billions of people on Facebook. Okay. If there are a handful that are telling me no, who cares? There are millions and millions of people out there. Somebody wants what I have. I just got to make sure I'm getting more host posts up so that I can talk to more people. Okay. Because I can tell you, even now, okay, if I was not in this business, I would be looking for something to help me get back to where I was before I had Ashton. Because while I hit the weight that I was before I got pregnant, my body is not there yet, right? So if I didn't have these products, I would be looking for something. So it's just a matter of making, I mean, guys, I don't, everybody's got a different amount of friends on their feed. And this is an old statistic, so it's probably even worse now. It's like 8% of your friends actually see what you post. Unless it gets major interaction, it's 8%. So if you have 1,000 friends, what is that, 80 of them that see it? Obviously, they're not all going to comment on it, right? I don't know if that was the right number. I might not have done my math right on that one, but I think so, because if it was 100, it would be 8. So 1,000, it would be 80, okay? So 80 of them are going to see that post. They might not all want to lose weight. They might not, whatever, okay? You might get 2, 3, 4, 5 comments on it, right? But then that's it. And don't feel like, well, nobody wants it. No, it's just that nobody saw it. It just didn't get seen by a lot of people, okay? It's not that nobody wants it. And that's why we're always wanting to grow our network. That's why we're always wanting to add new friends. And that's why I love Host to Post, because Host to Post allows you to add new people every single day. And I will tell you guys, a lot of my customers that I enroll come from Host to Post, but they come from Host to Post later on. They come from Host to Post from them adding to my page from Host to Post, but then they see a post that I do about the products, and then they comment on that. Even though I may have already talked to them in the past about that exact product, for whatever reason, it carries a different weight for them when it's on my page versus something that they commented on somebody else's page. And I truly think it's because they've been friends with me for a bit. So they've been able to watch my life. They've been able to watch and see like, okay, she's a real person. She's not going to scam me. She talks about these products all the time. She uses them. I guess I should go ahead and give it a try. But I kind of sidetracked there for a minute, but it's all, you guys, it's all your mindset, okay? If you are self-sabotaging, you have got to stop. You have to recognize it, okay? So if you are feeling like you're stuck, or you're feeling like my mindset just isn't there, I really want you guys to evaluate that. Take a minute and think about it. Why do you feel that way? Did somebody say something wrong to you? Right? Because we've all had people in our lives who are unsupportive, okay? I tell you guys to this day, my grandpa is the only one in my family outside of my husband. My grandpa is the only one in my family who like even acknowledges my job. My aunt does every now and then, but it's like, it's taboo, okay? I make jokes. I don't know. Not a lot of cameras are on, so I apologize if I say something inappropriate to your kids, but it's like I'm a stripper. Okay. You would think that that was what I do for a job, and that's why they don't ask me. Like they don't talk to me like it was like I was doing something that, you know, is taboo, right? But it's, I don't know why, okay? But I know that people have that in their family, in their whatever, their spouse, whatever it is, right? So if that's what you're dealing with, if you have someone who's unsupportive, or maybe they just don't ask, because I'll tell you guys, nothing drives me nuts more than when we go to a family gathering and everybody asks Sean about his work, which not that he doesn't need to be asked about it, right? I'm very grateful for what my husband does for a job, but holy moly, can anybody ask me how business is for me? How's my job going? Like it irritates me so much, you guys. It irritates me to no end. But I've learned to get over it, okay, somewhat. Obviously not, because I just went on a rant about it. But what I'm saying is, I get it. If there's somebody in your life who's not supportive, I get it. But you need to recognize that, and then you need to be able to move forward from it, okay? You need to be able to look at it. What do I care? At the end of the day, what do I care if my aunt doesn't ask me about my business? If my uncle doesn't ask me about my business? If they think that what I do is silly, what do I care? Because guess what? And this is, guys, I adore my aunt, so this is no disrespect to my aunt. My aunt is like my mom, okay? I adore her. But my aunt is still waking up every single day and going to work, and I'm home with my kids. So why on earth do I care what she thinks? Right? Why do I care? Who cares? Who cares if she thinks it's silly? I'm the one who gets to be home with my kids. She never got to be home with her kids. And again, I don't say that disrespectfully. I'm just saying, reevaluate it, you guys. Really look at it. If someone is putting your mindset in the wrong place, you need to figure out why you're letting them do that, and is it really worth it? Because if your mindset is in the wrong place, guess what? Your business is going the wrong direction. Again, 80% of this business is your mindset. Okay, so if it's not somebody else, if it's not an outside influence, you guys, if it's you, I think I have something in my eye, you guys. I'm sorry, it's really bothering me. If it's not an outside influence, if it's you, if you're self-sabotaging, you need to recognize that also. You need to figure out why the heck you're doing that. And if you guys need, we can do another mindset Zoom, like one kind of how we did, where we've done the activity where we kind of go over like different doubts and stuff that you have about yourself. I have someone that I'd love to get on and do a mindset Zoom with you guys. But you need to figure out why you're doubting yourself. What is it that's going on with you that's making you doubt yourself? If it's that you didn't enroll somebody today, you guys, that's just business. Okay, I don't think Target sits at the end of the day and says, well, that sucks. We had 12 people come into the store and not one of them purchased. I mean, obviously they have sales every day, but they're a much bigger organization. But they don't focus on who doesn't purchase. You don't ever see reports come out about this is the amount of people that came into the store that didn't purchase, right? When business, hi, when businesses do reports, they're doing reports for sales, right? They're showing what they've accomplished because they don't have the time to give the attention or focus to who didn't purchase. If you're focusing on that, you're focusing on the wrong thing. Okay, if you're guys, and I mean, it goes this way with your team too. Pam talked about this, and it's so great. If you're feeling like your team isn't working, if you're frustrated with your team, you're probably projecting that onto them. You're focusing on the wrong thing. Who cares if, guys, I've been in positions before where I have had one person in my entire team working with me. And it's really easy to get caught up in the nobody's working mindset, right? Nobody's working with me. Nobody wants to do this with me. When that poor one person over here is working hard and they are doing things, but I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on the 12 over here that aren't doing anything. Well, why do you think they're not working? Why do you think I'm not attracting distributors that are willing to work? Because I'm more focused on who's not working than who is working. And if you think about it, you hear it like with your kids, right? Like if they're not getting attention for their good behavior, what do? They revert and go behave badly to get attention, right? So if you're only focusing on your kids when they're behaving poorly, they're not going to behave correctly. And it's the same concept with your business. If you're only focused on who's not working, that's all that's going to happen. Forget the people who aren't working. That's on them, you guys. At the end of the day, this is a business for each and every individual. And so someone decides not to work, guys, that's normal. Okay, you guys, I hope you guys all saw my post that I did in our team page, that girl that quit in less than 72 hours after joining. Okay, she joined me. She said that she wanted to quit. I sent her a voice message. I was like, look, we haven't really worked together. Let me work with you. Give me 30 days. I really want to work with you hand in hand for 30 days. After 30 days, if you decide that this isn't something you want to do, you can totally quit then, but just give me 30 days. And she was like, okay, cool. So I said, okay, get this post up. And then like I checked a little bit later and the post wasn't up. And so, but she had said that she posted it. So I went to check on it and see if it was getting any comments and it wasn't there. And so I messaged her and I was like, hey girl, I don't see the post. And then she messaged me a couple hours later and was like, I want to cancel. Okay, I didn't cry over that. It is what it is. I would much rather that she quits now than drags me along for 2 months and I put all this work and time and effort into her to have her quit, right? It's okay, you guys, people quit. But if you're focusing on, if all of your energy is looking at who quit, guess what, you guys? I said, oh, well, and the other distributors I enrolled, I'm having a hard time keeping up with them because they're working so hard. These girls are like hungry. They're like, okay, what do I do now? What do I do now? Now what? Now what am I supposed to do? Like one of them has 5 customers. I'm pretty sure she's enrolling her 6th tonight. Another one, I helped her enroll 2 people today. They're all upselling. They're like, no issues with sending an upsell message. The one girl signed a customer for 149 BV. Like that's crazy for newbies, right? So just don't focus on who's not working. Focus on who is working and be grateful, you guys, because if you've been doing the morning things with me, what have we learned? If you have gratitude for something, you will receive more of that. If you are not grateful for something, you will receive less of it. The more grateful you are for something, the more of that you're going to receive. So if you guys are focusing on people not working, people not enrolling, customers not signing, customers over here angry, I'll tell you guys what, I've had some doozies in my day with customers. And when I focus on that, when I get worked up over it and I make that something that I focus on for a while, guess what I attract? All of a sudden I have like a whole bunch of customers who are unhappy because I didn't use the products right, let's be honest. But I have a whole bunch of customers who are in my inbox and mad and I want to cancel and this isn't working and I shouldn't have done this. But guess what? When I don't focus on that, it's been a while, I can't tell you the last time that I had an angry customer. I had someone message me yesterday and she said, I need you to cancel my order. And she said, I need you to cancel my order. I should have never gotten carb control. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. Here's what you do. Guys, I just tell them, log in and cancel. Okay? As long as they've completed 3 months, I tell them log in and cancel. And then that's it. I don't focus on it. Nothing. And she came back and said, thank you so much for helping me get logged in. I got it canceled. It's my own fault for doing that. I don't know why I thought I ate more carbs than I do. money's a little tight right now, but in a couple months, I'm going to start trying that other pill you have, Thermofide X. Do you guys think that that would have happened if I would have gotten worked up and irritated about her? Probably not. Okay, it probably would have just ended with her logging in and canceling and not saying anything. But she full on took responsibility for ordering the wrong product, right? Like she wasn't even mad. She just said, I shouldn't have done this. I ordered the wrong product for myself. I thought I ate more carbs. Okay, what you focus on is what you're going to bring into your business. So stop focusing on people aren't signing, people aren't posting for me, I can't get host to post up. You better work on your affirmations, get your mindset right. And guys, at the end of the day, it's all about putting your head down and getting to work. Okay, we can sit and talk mindset all day long. We can sit and do a million Zooms all day long. We can sit and do power hours with you all day long. But until you're willing to put the work in, until you're willing to make that commitment and push through even when it sucks and you don't want to, and trust me, yesterday was one of those days for me. I ended up not making dinner. I called in and guys, I did bad. I cheated yesterday. I got $80 of Chinese food yesterday. Okay. We had a Chinese feast yesterday because I just couldn't. I was like, I just can't. But guess what? I let food get sacrificed yesterday so that I could keep working my business because I wasn't where I wanted to be with my business. And so I had to make the choice of either I stop with work and I go make dinner, which I really didn't want to do, you guys, or I'm just going to call in an order of Chinese. I'll let Sean go pick it up and I'm just going to keep working. And it's like I said, I still, guys, just because you push through, it doesn't all, sometimes you'll have a breakthrough, but sometimes you won't have the breakthrough right away. Okay. I didn't feel very good about yesterday at all. Okay. Even now, I was looking at yesterday. I'm like, I don't know what the heck happened yesterday. Like how do I get 14 posts up and nothing came from it? Not one person is even slightly interested. How did that happen? But that's okay, right? Who knows who's going to come from one of those posts? Because the thing is even if they weren't interested, they all friended me. They're all still in my friends list. So now they might end up ordering next week. They might end up ordering, guess what? It might be the last day of the month and I might need some volume somewhere to help someone get a promotion. And they might decide to order then and be exactly what I need in 3 weeks. If they aren't enrolling right now, you guys, it doesn't mean that they're not going to, and it doesn't mean that it's a waste of your time. It just might be that God's holding it off so that they enroll when you need it. Okay? So don't get in your head. Don't get distracted. Figure out, you guys, sit down tonight, figure out if you are in your head, figure out why. Is it somebody else or is it you? And if it's somebody else, guys, it's dependent on who it is, okay? Like my aunt, it's just like, whatever, it is what it is with my aunt, okay? But if it was my husband, I would be having a conversation with him. Okay, so, and it's, everybody's different, but I will tell you, when you have an unsupportive spouse, it really is heavy on you, or a boyfriend, whatever, significant other, okay? When you have an unsupportive significant other, I know, because Sean has not always been supportive. I love my husband to death, but he has not always been supportive, okay? I almost quit this business because of him, because of how unsupportive he was. Thank God I didn't do that. What if I would have quit, you guys? What if I would have let him get in my head? I wouldn't be where I'm at today. My kids would be in daycare. I'd be working in a job that I hate. So don't let someone get in your head. And now, guess who's my biggest supporter? Guess who is my biggest advocate? Guess who's always in my corner? My husband is, because he saw, a lot of times you guys, as significant others, just need to see that you're actually serious about it. If you're wishy-washy, they're like, you know, if you're on your phone all night long one night, and then you take 3 nights off, and then all of a sudden you're on your phone all night again, and you're not enrolling and the check isn't growing, which we all know it takes a bit of time for the check to grow. But if you're not being consistent, that check is not going to grow consistently. And then they don't see that, they don't think you're being serious about it. But when they see that you take it seriously, it's not like it's a flip that switched overnight, you guys, okay? A switch that's flipped overnight. Flip the switch. You guys know what I mean, right? It's not something that changes overnight, okay? But they do start to see and take you more seriously. And then all of a sudden they start to become your biggest fan, and they will be your biggest cheerleader, and they will be in your corner to help you and support you through whatever. And it doesn't always have to be a significant other. Maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a sister, maybe it's your mom or your dad, okay? They just as hard as it is to like accept, they're just wanting what's best for you. Okay. If they love you, they really are coming from a place of love. It doesn't feel like it's a place of love, but they are coming from a place of love. They're just caring about you. So what I always recommend you guys is if you have somebody in your life who's difficult and is getting in your head, sit down with them and have a talk with them, okay? And it doesn't have to be you're being so unsupportive. Like if you attack them, they are not going to be open to what you have to say, okay? So the best way, and I can't remember who I heard say this, I think it was Pam, said, you need to ask them, do you believe in me? Not do you believe in it works? Not do you believe in this company? Not do you believe that I can do something with this? Just ask them, do you believe in me? If they love you, they're not going to say no, okay? They're going to say yes. And then you tell them, then I really need you to just believe in me and let me do what I'm trying to do. And if you can't support me and be loud and supportive, then I need you to just not say anything. Okay. And I know that can be hard because I don't know what it is in my personality. When Sean's quiet, it drives me nuts. It makes me angry. Okay. So that might be hard, but them being quiet is going to be better than them saying negative things to you. Okay. So if you have that, address it and then move past it. Okay. And just remember, you guys, most of you guys have done this with me before. If you haven't, you need to figure out why you're doing this business. Because if you don't know, you're going to quit. You're going to let other people get in your head. So you need to get real clear about why you're doing this. Go watch. I'll post it. I'll post it in the team page because it's far enough back. It's hard for people to find it. So I will post in our team page tonight something that our CEO did. It's a 6-minute video. If you have never done it, you need to do it. Okay. You need to do it when the kids are not awake. You need to do it when you have silence. You need to do it if your spouse thinks that this is silly or your significant other thinks that this is silly. You need to do it. Get up before they get up tomorrow and do it, okay? It's 6 minutes, but Mark takes you through an exercise of really creating a vision for what you want, why you're doing this, okay? And I will tell you guys, you can tell when I start my day with it. I am on fire when I start my days with that, and I've gotten out of the habit of starting my days with it. So calling myself out. I need to be doing this every morning. Okay. I promise you, if you start your day with this, you guys, you're going to be able to just like charge through the day. No one's going to get in your head. But get clear on that vision. And if you start to feel like you're struggling, if you start to feel like you're self-doubting, that you're self-sabotaging, go take 6 minutes and go listen to the video again. Okay. You guys might have to listen to the video 5 times in a day. Okay. You will get better. You will start to get to a point where after I've listened to the video, then I know like, okay, when I start to struggle, I know what I need to picture. Okay. I don't have to go listen to Mark's video again. So you will get to a point where you only have to listen to it once a day so that you can get that vision in your head and then get to work. But guys, it's okay if you have to listen to it multiple times a day to get your mindset in that right spot. But whatever that thing is that you're working for, when you start to get in your head or you start to let somebody get in your head, you need to ask yourself, is this worth giving this thing up? Is this person's negativity worth me not giving my kids these things that I want to give them? Is my own self-doubt worth yanking all this stuff from my kids that I'm wanting to provide for them? Is it? No, not. My kids deserve everything. My kids deserve the whole entire world, right? Like I'm going to do whatever I can to give them the whole entire world. So why am I going to let myself get in my head? Why am I going to let myself put all these negative thoughts in my head? Why am I going to let what somebody's sister's brother's mom says on a host-a-post upset me? Guys, stop trying to fight the people on the host-a-post, okay? If you get somebody, because we all get it, right? We all get the negative Nelly that comes on and says something terrible, whether it's about the business or the products, guys. No joke. Yesterday, I had a lady say, don't do this diet. It killed my sister in California. What the heck are you talking about, lady? I didn't argue with her. I replied to her comment and I said, I can assure you we are talking about 2 different things. Our company has never killed anyone. And if we did, we would not be in business. And that was that. If she had continued to keep arguing with me, I would have just asked the poster, hey, can you delete that for me? Okay. Don't engage, because all it does is fire you up in the wrong way, okay? It gets you mad and it gets in your mind, and then you're like, well, if she says that, these people over here are gonna think that too. If they say that, you know, I've had people, well, I've tried this before and it didn't work. I usually just put a before and after, especially like my own, say, that's funny, it worked for me. What are they gonna say to that? And if they engage, if they try and fight with me off of that, I'm done. Okay, there is no point. Why am I wasting energy and time and my mindset on someone who doesn't even matter? Again, remember, there are millions, if not billions of people on Facebook. Someone wants what you have. There are people out there right now who want exactly what you have. They just haven't found you. Okay, so who gives a care about the one negative Nelly that's over here saying something? And again, are you going to let that person that you don't even know, are you going to let them dictate and decide what you deserve, what your kids deserve, whatever it is that you're working towards? Okay, sorry, I know not everybody on here is a mom. I talk about kids because that's what's most relatable to me, okay? But I know that not everybody does that. So whatever your goal is, are you going to let somebody else dictate whether or not you deserve that? Whether or not your family deserves that? Okay, I know I would love to be able to bless my grandpa with some amazing things. Why am I going to let someone else make that decision? Why would I let someone take that from him? But that's what I do when I get in my own head, or that's what I do when I let what someone says affect me. So guys, I just encourage you, really, truly dig deep, figure out why you feel the way you feel, and then you got to just let it go and move on. You have to remember why you are doing this. You need to ask if it's worth giving that up because of how you feel. Let me go through the chat.
What?
I don't like the way the chat is on this. I have a heck of a time. Janessa said people, so going back to when I was talking about interacting with people love when you tell them happy birthday. If she misses a day or two, she'll post on their wall, happy belated birthday, and they really appreciate it. They do, you guys. People love getting those happy birthday wishes, okay? And another great way that you can wish them happy birthday is send it through Messenger. Because if you send it through Messenger and you end up getting blocked, you already have that conversation going, and odds are you can still message them if you were blocked. Not always. I know that there's times when some of you guys have gotten like full on blocked and you can't message anyone, but if you're on a partial block, you can still message people that you've had a conversation with. Krista, I don't know if you were agreeing with me or laughing at me about that, but yes, I am. I'm the worst friend ever on Facebook. I hate interacting. Krista said for affirmations, she had to constantly tell herself, I effortlessly enroll. And you guys, you have to tell yourself those things, okay? That's what you're going to get ingrained into your mind when you're starting to feel like you're struggling. Janessa said she got out of her own way earlier today and 2 people have signed. Janessa, I'm just going to call you out and say Janessa was one of the people who said they needed a kick in the butt. And that's all I was like, girlfriend, I didn't message her back. And I was like, she'll know I'm not ignoring her when we have our Zoom tonight. Yeah, Steph said weight loss is also all about mindset. That is freaking right, you guys. If I have seen when people are not doing well, they'll say, well, I knew this wasn't going to work. Well, guess what? That's what you did to your own self. That is what you did to your own self when you are excited. My customers who are excited about getting their products see amazing results. Krista said it was 18 months she talked to this person and she ordered TFX. No upsell, just the TFX, but it was still, she ordered, right? 18 months. If Krista had quit the business, that lady would have ordered with somebody else. She still would have wanted the product. She just wouldn't have gotten it from Krista. So again, don't ever quit, you guys. Do not quit. That is the only way that you fail at this business is if you quit. Jess said, get on Krista's Zoom. You guys, Krista is so generous and does power hours for the entire team twice a day. 10 a.m. and 10 a.m. Pacific, and Krista, correct me if I'm wrong, I think 9 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Yes, Kristen, if you could post your affirmation podcast in Dream Team, not in the chat, but in our actual team page, that would be amazing. That way it'll be easier to find. People can go search it. Yes, negativity breeds negativity. Absolutely. Okay, Megan P. Carr. So Megan said, my parents have a hard time with this job. I'm a loser on my phone. I'm trying to get past it. Here's the deal, girl. What would they rather you do? Leave Robert with them while you go get a job? So, and that's, that maybe not, you have to pick your time right, but you can have that conversation with them and show them, look, my paycheck is increasing every single month and I'm home constantly with Robert. My other option is to leave him with you guys or put him in daycare and go get a job that probably, girl, wouldn't pay much more than what you're making right now. But I get it. Just keep pushing, okay? Because all of a sudden they're gonna realize, because you and your business are continuing to grow, so they're gonna see it. Michelle said, active over a year at this. My dad just acknowledged my business as being a business for the first time. Went so far as to ask how I managed my profit and loss. I was so confused and shocked. It is funny. My aunt did that the other day. She's like, so how's your business? And I was like, are you talking to me? What? So yeah, it just is what it is, you guys. You'll have some people who really take it seriously and some won't, and that's okay. Yes, Krista, she does say mama, but she calls everyone mama. She calls Sean mama. Ivan is the only one that she does not call mama. She calls Ivan ba, and I think she's trying to say brother, but it's the only thing I can figure. But I don't think that she really realizes that I'm mama. She just says mama all the time. Like the dogs are mama, food is mama. Like she just gets excited and says mama. I'm waiting for it. I'm like, so, I think it's really sweet, but at the same time, I'm like, are you kidding me? Your first word is ba for your brother. Like, are you joking? It couldn't be mommy or daddy. Like, it can't be mama or daddy. It's got to be, that's fine. That's fine. And then Krista said she's learned from her mistake with that. It's not with focusing on the team members that aren't working. There are so many people who truly want to make a change. Look at everyone on here. And she's so right. Everyone's on here because they want to make a change, right? Guys, okay, can we just, Krista, I'm really glad that you said that, because can we just talk for a minute real quick? Because I know we're over our hour. But you guys, look at how many people are on here. Have you guys looked at a triple diamond chart? Have you guys looked at it? There are a lot of boxes on a triple diamond chart, right? Lots. I don't know how many there are, but there's a lot. Okay. There's, I don't know, at least 60. And this is all that showed up to the Zoom. But I don't say that in a negative way, because I am so grateful for every single one of you working on here. But look at, if I was to focus on who's not working, right? So if you start to feel like my team's not showing up, my team's not working, guys, look at this. And this is amazing. I'm so excited for how many people are on here. I'm so excited for it. Okay. So don't focus on who's not working, who's not showing up. Focus on who is. Oh, I love that, you guys. You guys are loving the morning group. Jess said she told her husband she wasn't going to quit, and if he asked her to support him in his dreams, she would. And then he became supportive. And yeah, sometimes you have to kind of, Steph said, or get rid of them. You have to do that sometimes. And I mean, Sean is always very supportive, but there are times when we get irritated with each other over the business. And I've had to tell him, look, I've supported you through how much with your job and you wanting to get promotions and all kinds of stuff. It's time for you to step up and support me. So hopefully you guys can have a conversation like that with your significant other. Yep. Krista said her block list is insanely high. Mine too. Yes, people have very educated opinions. We kill people. Okay, and then Janessa, I am going to address this real quick because I found the best one for that, okay? So Janessa said, the meth comments really get me, and then I shut them down with, I'm a recovery addict that just made 10 years sober, and I can assure you this is a million times healthier than meth, and then they feel like jerks. I love that, okay? If you don't have a situation like Janessa's, guys, you know what I do? Every time someone comments with that, I go to the, whatever you call it, GIF, I don't know how the heck you say it. I don't think anyone really knows. I go to that, I reply to their comment, type in the search bar for the GIF, are you a comedian? Okay, there's a couple of really funny ones. That's all you have to do. Every time I reply to that, I put some kind of GIF that's like got someone going, are you a comedian? And they'll like laugh at it, or like usually the person who posts it always does like the laughing reaction to it. Like, what are they gonna say? And then they know that what they said was stupid. They know that they said something really dumb. Okay. Oh, Jess, that is so funny. Serenity calls Bella da. Yeah, Krista said she has 56 team members, and guys, they're not all working, and that's okay. She's so proud of the ones who want this and are doing this to make changes in their lives. So again, you guys, just really remember, focus on what is going right. Don't focus on what's not working, okay? Focus on what is working, focus on what is going right, and that is what you're going to attract more of into your business, okay? But it all starts with you. It all starts with your mindset. It all starts with where you're at. And the best way to make sure that you are in the right place with your mindset is doing personal development every day. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Stop the recording.